You could do the play-by-play of the handshakes as well as the hugs between Narendra Modi as well as President Trump. But at the end of the day, do you think this was a success for India?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of anticipation in India of this visit, how it would go, what the tone would be between the two leaders. It looks, I mean, the optics we're seeing from Washington are very positive. We're seeing them focusing on areas of convergence in their domestic agendas. There's a big, both leaders mentioned infrastructure, corruption, tax reform as issues that they're both trying to deal with in their respective countries. There was a lot of strategic convergence on Afghanistan, on the Indian Ocean, and other such issues. And I think the deals, everyone was looking to see what deals would emerge. And two that President Trump did highlight, as your report made clear, one was on civil aviation. India is one of the fastest growing civil aviation markets. And the other was on liquefied natural gas, LNG, which is already entered into deals with. So I think those were the two big points of emphasis, as well as some defense deals which may be in the offing in the near future.
But there were certainly things that were not resolved as well, right, Dhruva? I mean, you know, you take a look at both of their agendas. They're both very nationalistic in how they push forward when it comes to their reforms and agendas. You know, this Made in India versus America First for President Trump. The common ground in between these two nations, did you see it there in this meeting? And how likely are we going to get any kind of resolution when it comes to this H-1B visa issue, as well as these trade imbalances?
Sure. I think that was actually, some of that was brought up front and center. I mean, you actually heard Modi at one point mention making America great again, and how much, you know, that he's there to support it. And so I think there was both leaders said that they were willing to help to some degree their counterparts' domestic agenda. Some of the tricky issues, of course, were not addressed. H-1B visas and immigration was one of them. To some extent, that has to do with the U.S. Congress, and that requires changes in legislation. There's only so much that the president can do. But I think that's part of the reason why that was set aside. And there are a few other issues, of course, that didn't get up in play. But this was ultimately about setting a positive tone for a relationship moving forward, and I think that was the primary objective.